Well, good evening. How are you all today? I just put up one on both channels about why I don't call this Independence Day anymore. So if you've already watched that, I hope you left a comment. And because I'll be interested here. Now, I don't mean to ruin your 4th of July, or maybe you're not seeing this until the 5th. So I hope you had a good time on the 4th. I hope you did. But I'm about to ruin your July 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th because there is something that I didn't realize, and I don't think most of you did either, and that is the Democrats' potential Plan C. I didn't think it was possible. It is the nightmare scenario. Just when we think things are going our way, right? Well, I saw this in the Washington Examiner, and it was written by Paul Bedard, who, although I'm not a real big fan of Bedard, he usually knows what he's talking about. And I want to read you this a little bit. And it says that Biden-Obama is the Plan C ticket, and they don't mean Big Mike. But how could they mean Barack, right? Because he's already been president twice. You can't be president more than twice, right? Wrong. Let me read this to you. And before any of you jump on and tell me how wrong I am and everything like it, listen closely. And if you want to, go read the 22nd Amendment yourself. And then if you want to and you've got a constitutional scholar in the family, give them a call. Okay. It says here's the article by Bedard. With President Joe Biden today dismissing critics of his poor debate performance with President Donald Trump, a Plan C is being urged to help his wounded re-election effort across the finish line. First on election day. Well, that was a poorly written sentence. Okay, anyway. Advocates of Plan C said the solution to Trump's surging campaign and electoral college advantage is a simple one. Replace Vice President Kamala Harris with former President Barack Obama. Right? Yeah. A Biden-Obama ticket would have a much better chance of beating Trump, said legal scholar John Banshoff, a professor at George Washington University Law School. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, don't you? I do. Let me scroll down here. It's not okay. Barack Obama. Oh, now here's a sentence that'll make you want to gag. Okay, Barack Obama. Bear with us and let's take a look at this. Barack Obama, he says, is probably one of the few persons whom a majority of Americans would want and trust as president. You have to hear what the enemy's saying occasionally, all right? Okay. So Plan C might be the least objectionable of a number of very unpopular and dubious options now open to Biden and the Democrat Party, he said on Thursday. Well, let's get down to the meat of this. Okay, let's get away from the little commie's opinions. Banshoff cited analysis by constitutional scholars dismissing concerns that the 12th and 22nd Amendments bar a former two-term president from the vice presidency. Here we go. The 22nd Amendment, which is most frequently cited as a bar to Barack Obama ever serving as president again, doesn't, according to its carefully crafted and very narrow exclusionary language. The key sentence in the amendment says, now listen carefully, no person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice. Okay, Barack Obama's already been elected twice. Okay, and no person who has held the office of the president or acted as president for more than 2 years of a term to which some other person was elected president shall be elected to the office of the president more than once. Banshoff said, while this amendment may bar Obama from being elected to the office of president again, it obviously, and by its clear language, doesn't prohibit him from being elected as vice president and subsequently becoming president by succession, not succession, I have secession on the brain, succession. And isn't it appropriate that the first part of that word is suck, right? Succession. Without ever being elected to office again. He used the same argument to challenge the 12th Amendment. According to the overly precise language, deliberately carefully chosen, that was a stupid sentence, carefully chosen by the drafters, Obama cannot, quote, be elected to the office of president, but there's nothing to say he cannot be elected to the office of vice president and then succeed, there we have that suck word again, succeed to the presidency if Biden becomes unable to perform his presidential duties or simply resigns. In other words, Obama is not now ineligible to the office of president and therefore ineligible to run for vice president. Rather, he is only ineligible to be elected to the office of the president, not ineligible to attain the office by succession. Hey, what do you think? Did that just about make you blow your cookies? Don't think they won't do it. I think they could. I'd always thought that if they could, they would try this. But now I'm not bad on constitutional law, but I hadn't really looked into that. I'll be honest with you. And I know right now, probably most of the lawyers that I know, I probably don't know this, but when they read that, they'll go, yeah, that's right. So what could be worse than that? And you know what? They could win. He could win. Regardless of everything that's happening, they could win because, again, there's so much corruption in our country. There are so many little commies in our country, and there are so many people who are just downright stupid in our country. Oh, I just like Barack. He was so nice. He was so this. He was so that. They whatever. He was the beginning of the latest chapter of mess, which Biden continues at his behest, I'm sure. The whisper in the ear. So what would you think he would do? Okay, they do that, and then after the election, after they win, Biden resigns, right? And so now Barack has to choose a vice president. And no, it does not go in succession. I have some people ask, but doesn't it go to the Speaker of the House? No, that's if the others, the president and the vice president, are done away with, okay? But if you remember Nixon, the situation there, Agnew, Ford, right? So you know what would just be tasty on their side? They would love. Catch this. And then Barack brings in Michelle, Big Mike, as vice president. I mean, you talk about historical. I mean, I'd call it hysterical if it weren't so sad and dangerous, but hysterically historical. The first husband-wife team, she actually would be be the first black female vice president because we know, Kamala, what is she? She's something else. She's not black. I forget what she is. I can't keep track. But the first husband and wife as like Hillary always wanted to be. And then after he serves out his term, and you know what? I mean, it would be January 26th that Biden would resign, in order to stay alive, right? And then Barack is 4 years. Now, he couldn't run again. But at that point, Michelle is running. And who's to say that she wouldn't flip that again? I don't know. Maybe it could be that. Yeah, now we're flipping, and Big Mike's on top. Oh, to get that out of your mind, okay? I don't know about that. And Baracko is on the bottom of the ticket, as it were. Wow. And then they could do that for 8 years. We could have an Obama presidency for 12 years. Did I just make your day? Hey, you want You want to stir the stuff? Pass this on. Share this one with as many people. I know I'm going to get all the legal scholars sitting back in their lazy boy, going, that can't happen. You can only be elected twice to be president. Of course, they didn't hear what I said, right? They didn't listen. But you see, that's why they can win. That's why the other side wins. I'll be real. We have smart people on our side, but man, we've got, well, let me just put it this way. Not everybody on our side is smart. And the other side is a lot smarter at politics, and they work harder. They get out and vote. We got too many people on our side that just won't. They're the ones to blame. Don't blame the snake for biting you. Blame yourself for keep sticking your hand in that sack, all right? Okay, hey, you want to come and be a part of the first annual Integrative Preparedness Stonemont Summer Gathering coming up July 13th. That's just a little bit over a week from now. I'm looking forward to it, and make sure that you're registered. It doesn't cost anything. We just have to know how many people are coming. Do it for the Stonemont website, stonemont.us. Remember, if you want to read about a world that is nicer than the one we live in, my books, the Stonemont series, The Reversion, the Revival, the Renewal, and Appeal to Heaven, the Blessing of Freedom, Hostages to Fortune, and the latest one on Wings Like Eagles. One of my very top fans, my wife, Kelly, says she loved it. There's only 2 people who have read it so far, and they both gave it glowing reviews. And it's now available on Amazon. The link is down below. And it's also available on our website, stonemont.us, either singly or as a part of the set. We now have a one-click option. You can buy the entire set, which also includes the Stonemont notebook, which is really cool. And you can get that there. And we just put in the big order for the printer to send us all the books. And they say it's going to be here, my load, and then I get to ship them out. We'll be here between the 14th and the 16th. And that just made me tear my hair because we're going to miss. I was hoping to have them in so I could sign them and get them to the people who are coming to the gathering. Maybe they'll get in early. If they do, I'll be able to have them. But if not, we'll get them out to you. So you can get it. If you want a signed copy, make sure that you do it through our website. If you want the one-click option, make sure you do it through our website because you can't do that on Amazon. You can get, no, the Audible's not available on Amazon yet, but the Kindle is. So if you wanted a Kindle real quick, while you're waiting for your book to come, a lot of people do that. So anyway, all those links are down below. I put up something neat over on the Patreon channel. So if you're not with us on Patreon, love to have you. The link there is down below. Come join us. It's only $1 a month. We put a lot of cool stuff over there. Okay. So anyway, hope I didn't ruin your night, but you got to know what lays ahead, right? You got to know what the fight may be in order to get ready for it. So get ready for it because it could be coming. All right. For all of you on integrative preparedness, remember, we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. For everybody on the American Reversion channel, make America great again, right? America needs a reversion and needs you to be a part of it, or it ain't going to happen. Y'all have a good night. Hope you had a good 4th. See you later. Bye-bye.